So, my name is Emily, and I have a confession to make. My name is Emily, and today I have a confession to make. I am a junk junkie. Junk junkie. A junk junkie.
A junk junkie.
Truth is out, people. I'm a junk junkie, addicted to junk. How does this happen? How does somebody turn into a junk junkie? Let's back up a little bit and talk about how this all started. I have always loved old things. I am a history nerd. Always have been, always will be. So much so that I went and got a degree in history. And I didn't stop there. I got another degree in art history. I've always loved to collect things. Ever since I was little. I've collected marbles. I've collected coins. I collect porcelain. I collect coffee mugs. I collect old books. Love old books. My family calls it hoarding. I call it collecting treasures. Because we all know that one man's junk is another woman's treasure. Am I right? I love junking, and by junking, I absolutely mean treasure hunting, because that's what it is for me. I literally can't resist a treasure hunt. I can't pass up a yard sale, a thrift store, a flea market, an antique store, a junk shop, a church sale. I can't pass it up without stopping. I'm addicted. I just love picking. It's the thrill of the chase. When you find that gorgeous antique or that really cool vintage find and you got it for an absolute bargain, that's a fantastic feeling. Those of you out there who have the junkin' bug, you know what I'm talking about. You feel it too. I see you. I see you out there. I'm not the only one. But I really do love saving history. So many people don't see a value in things and stuff just ends up in the garbage. So if I can get it at a great price and add it to my collection or get it in the hands of somebody who will appreciate it, that is so worthwhile to me. So you're thinking, well, that's not so bad. Maybe she shops too much, maybe her collection's getting a little bit too big, but that's okay, right? It happens. No. I have got a bit of a situation developing here. I've been watching a lot of YouTube lately. Not gonna name any names. Crazy Lamp Lady, Lavender Clothesline. But now when I go out and about and I'm seeing these beautiful, fun, weird things, I'm not just thinking that's coming home with me for my collection. No. Now I'm thinking that's fabulous. Somebody else would love to have that. I bet I could flip that on eBay. So now, even if something is not my style or I don't personally love it, but I see value in it and I know that someone else will love it, I bring it home because there's profit to be made. It's out there. That's great, right? Maybe this is a good thing. I can turn my junking addiction into a profitable enterprise. But no, that is not what's happening here. Sadly, it turns out I don't like listing on eBay. Prepping, photographing, listing, packing, shipping, that's not the fun part. Picking is the fun part. So you could probably guess what's happened here. You may have heard the phrase, it's not hoarding if it's in a box. Doesn't count when your house is the box. In fact, my fiance has started calling me a junk squirrel because I have been squirreling away vintage finds and antiques and really cool stuff like a squirrel does with nuts, except my tree is this tiny apartment. So if you wondered where the squirrel logo came from, there it is, junk squirrel. But really, our house is very small and my eBay inventory is just growing and growing. Even though I'm not listing anything, I'm still picking. I can't stop. I was at an estate sale a few weeks ago actually, and it was the second time I had been to this particular sale. It was half off day. I wasn't even gonna go, really. I was having a really crappy day and I ended up stopping by anyway. Go figure. Just to see what was left. And I really honestly didn't even think I was gonna buy anything. I'd already been through everything once. A lot of it was marked way too high for resale, but I ended up getting quite a bit actually. And as I'm going back and forth, making trips to my car with my 3 or 4 full boxes of junk, that is when I really realized I might have a little problem. I knew it before. I knew it. But that day it really hit me. But you know what? As I was taking the last box to my car, one of the ladies working the estate sale, she hollered out the door, "Enjoy all your treasures." And I was just on cloud 9. I was so happy. An hour of picking had turned my crappy day totally around. So even though this might be developing into a slight problem, I can't stop. Picking makes me happy. It brings me joy. I decided that since I obviously can't stop picking, and since YouTube is at least partially to blame for all my extra eBay picking that I've been doing, I decided I would come on here and share all this with you. So the plan is to make myself list everything I've bought. It's gonna take some time. But somewhere out there, somebody needs an avocado green cat-shaped cookie jar in their life. And unless I list it, they're never gonna find it. So I've created this channel to document my adventures in listing, I guess. This is going to be an accountability channel. Hopefully if I put this out into the world for everybody to see, I'll actually accomplish what I've set out to do. I do have a regular full-time job. And I live in the Midwest where the picking doesn't seem to be quite as good in comparison, to other places. You watch other people on YouTube that walk into a thrift store and just have rows and rows of stuff to pick from. It's not really like that here, but I hope you'll stick around because I am hoping for more than just accountability on this channel. I'm looking for advice and help from everybody out there in the treasure hunting, reselling communities, because I don't know it all. I'm a relative newbie at this, really. Even though I've been collecting stuff for myself my whole life, I just recently started picking stuff to sell. So I'm claiming to have some extensive knowledge about vintage goods and antiques. having a degree in art history helps me to identify period styles, iconography, things like that. I am not an expert. I just love old stuff. So I definitely am looking to learn along the way, and hopefully you all will come with me. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. And if you're interested, come back next time for more confessions of a junk junkie. Later. I know somebody out there needs to hear this. Go list your junk.